Welcome back to Zemer of the Week, ZOW. I'm John Hornstein here with my co-host David Rosenwein, and we're nearing the end of 2015 here. Tomorrow is going to mark the first day of the new year of 2016, January 1st. And I've been in a reflective mood lately. I've just been thinking about the past year, some of my accomplishments, some of my downfalls. Dave, have you been doing the same? Like, any things you're particularly proud of, or any thoughts on the previous year?
Well, John, out of the two of us, you were always the deeper thinker, the more introspective person. So I've got nothing too deep for you, but I was actually doing some reflecting on the podcast over the past week, and I was looking through the feed, and I don't know, did you notice any pattern from the last, we can call season one?
I'm a math oriented guy, and I generally noticed a lot of patterns, but I did not notice any patterns.
So yeah, and I think that was like something that I was reflecting on. If you look at season one, the last 13 episodes that we recorded for Zemer of the Week, it was a total just amalgamation of different songs. Some had Hebrew, some had Spanish, some had no words, some were Shabbat related, some were related to peace and harmony and, bringing people together. And, at the end of the day, John, I think we did, we definitely tried to repopularize Jewish music, but I'm not sure what we were thinking with like the organizational structure from season one.
Yep. And I think that, as the Zemer historian would say, each episode was a mystery dum-dum, which means that when you unwrapped the wrapper off of each episode as a figurative lollipop, you weren't sure what flavor you were going to get. But the great thing is, David, that I really do feel proud of sort of what we were able to accomplish in season one. I feel like each flavor was a great one, even when they were a surprise. Do you feel the same way?
100%. I think shifting gears a little bit from mystery dum-dums to Laffy Taffies, banana Laffy Taffy is one of those polarizing flavors. You either
We're
have
covering all of the candy today.
Oh yeah. Well, the premiums in healthcare are up, so you can go see your dentist and everything.
I do like the dentist, as you know, David.
I do know, but it's important to share with the listenership as well. Banana Laffy Taffies are one of those polarizing flavors. You either love it or you hate it. There's no, it's not like sour apple. You could take it or leave it. So I think what we did was we really brought to light some songs that people had heard of, some songs that, people might never have heard of, a Yiddish song that was sang from Recife, Brazil. We really brought different skeletons out of the closet. We shared them with the listenership. People sang them at Shabbat dinners and lunches. We had feedback from the listenership, good feedback, things to improve on. And, John, for season one, I think we can call it a success.
I completely agree. And, if I do say so myself, I think that Halik and Shabbos, that Yiddish song, was a strawberry Laffy Taffy, not a banana. It's my favorite kind. But what we're going to try to do, Dave, is turn every episode into a strawberry Laffy Taffy, not a mystery dum-dum, in that, we want to keep you on your toes, but in a little bit of a different way. So here's what we're going to do. Each ZOW episode...
That was supposed to be a drum roll.
Sorry, David. I want to announce the future structure of ZOW.
Nailed it.
There we go. Sorry, David. So I want to introduce the future structure of ZOW, and you should know that there will be no shortage of Google effects in the future because David will still be on the podcast. But each week, we for better or for worse, for better, we need your puns, David. Each week, we want to keep you on your toes, but in a different way than in the past. What we're going to do is we're going to structure each future season. So, we just finished with season one of ZOW. We're going to be moving into season two now. and we want to structure each season around a theme. And so the first theme, season 2, which is going to kick off January 11th, I believe, Tuesday, January 11th. Thursday, January 14th is the date, is Shabbat dinner. And we're going to structure it in order of a traditional Shabbat dinner. And so what we're going to do is the first song that we teach is going to be the first song that you sing at Shabbat dinner, Shalom Aleichem. The second song is going to be Eshet Chayil. And the third, through the remainder of the season, we're not sure. And we would love your feedback. So, please reach out to us with ideas for what we can include in the Shabbat dinner themed session or season. And then we're going to do future themes. And for that, we want your feedback too. So, we're really excited about this new sort of structure to our season, this new structure to ZOW. We think it's going to bring sort of a lot of oomph to each episode.
Good vocabulary word.
I'm not sure if that's in the Merriam-Webster. But yeah, I think we're overall, we're really excited about it. We hope you are too.
Yeah, and John, just really to be serious for a minute and echo your point, I think the success of our podcast is really going to be contingent on you, our listeners. Part of the goal and part of what John and I set out to do, almost a year ago at this point, was bringing together community through song. And we need that participation in order to feel that community. For us to feel successful is for us to be having dialogue, for us to be having participation from you all. So please, tell us how we can finish out season 2, what you would like to hear, how a traditional Shabbat dinner goes for you. Tell us what you would like to hear in the future. Some of the different season themes we've been throwing around: wedding songs, holiday songs, Passover songs. Let us know what would be interesting for you, because that's what we want to use to bring people together. And,
Yep.
I guess, John, I know we're not going to be teaching a song until January, but as we heard from the bonus episode, you are Johnny on the spot. Do you have a quick kind of teaser and, maybe a contradictory question that you could put together for Shalom Aleichem to get people wet their whistles for January 14th?
I do have something to wet people's figurative whistles. So this is something that David and I are going to be doing sort of in the future going forward, is to try to present a question around each song and have you mull it over the week before we release a podcast. And so, as we said, the first song that we're going to teach is the first song that is sung in a traditional Shabbat dinner called Shalom Aleichem. And that song is about welcoming the Sabbath angels, who are then going to welcome God into our Sabbath meal. And so the question around this song that David and other sages are going to attempt to answer, in addition to us in the song. You are a sage, my friend, Rabbi Rosenwein.
Don't say that.
The question that we are going to try to answer is, why in this song do we need to welcome the angels first before welcoming God? Why don't we just welcome God?
Hi, John, that's a good one. I like that one.
That pause was because you're supposed to just be able to answer it on the spot. Aren't you a sage, David?
This is what I was trying to tell you before. I ain't no sage.
Well, you can rest assured that we will come packing some heat, figuratively, and we'll do our research. And spoiler alert, I know that David's already packing some heat. He's just keeping it in his figurative back pocket, so to speak.
A lot of figurative things going on here in this episode, John. I will say that's the theme of the episode.
I probably should be on hiatus from using that word for a few episodes. But we are very excited to hear from you on January 14th. Shalom Aleichem. And until then, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, John. We'll see you at season 2, January 14th.
Bye-bye.